day to all of you. Today's presentation is all about sensory learning through STEAM education. We are going to explore the auditory sense activities in our lesson today. I'm going to go through the lesson plan, activities, evaluation, and I'm going to reflect on my lesson. Our main goal of the lesson plan is to get students engaged. When we have that in our mind, we are able to create meaningful lessons relevant to our aims and objectives. With the right approach, creative lesson plans can build opportunities to encourage problem solving and critical thinking skills among our students. It's really important to have clear objectives. Student engagement, especially for kindergarten, we have to add more practical skills. Our 21st century students, they need to develop their technology skills. So it's always important we involve technology in our lessons. Our lessons should be relevant to our objectives, should be meaningful, creative, and we have to use mix of various methods because we have diverse learners in our classrooms. Our lesson plans need to be flexible, foster collaboration and group activities. We have to provide feedback to our students throughout the lessons. Let's go through the lesson plan. I have allocated 3 days for this lesson. Each day, I'm going to spend 40 minutes for each activity. This lesson is more suitable for upper kindergarten students who are within the age of 4 to 5. Topic of this lesson is I can hear. So we are going to discover various auditory sense through various activities, especially through STEAM education. So in this lesson, there are some science activities involve learning the parts of the ear. I have involved technology to discover many sounds and to download some videos. Engineering. We are going to make beautiful devices to discover sound. Also, I'm going to introduce them sound-related vocabulary. There is art in this lesson, singing and movements, also a little bit of drawing. Mathematics is involved too. We are going to count with the beat. Aim of this lesson to provide sensory activities for students to understand the auditory sense through STEAM education. My learning objectives are students learn that the ear can hear, of course. Also, I want them to learn the parts of the ear related to hearing process. And I want them to learn how sound transmit. The waves, sound waves. Also, I want them to improve their vocabulary related to sound. Words such as loud, soft, and the parts of the ear, all those words. Listening can be improved through some activities. So learn to listen and follow instructions. I want them to learn some movements, and I want my students to learn to count 1 to 5. It's always important to consider learning domains when we plan interactive lessons. How am I going to develop cognitive skills here? So they will learn the hearing process. They will learn vocabulary related to the topic. They will develop critical thinking by some activities such as pairing sound boxes. They will apply the knowledge to create a sound transmission device so that they need creativity there. They will analyze different sounds and draw pictures. How will that, how will this lesson help them to develop their social emotional skill? Affective domain. They will learn to listen to various sound and enjoy the rhythm. They'll be happy, they'll feel happy. The joy is involved there. They will be motivated. There's active participation. They will feel happy to play with friends and develop social interaction. They'll become enthusiastic in this learning process. Also, psychomotor skills they will develop, such as gross motor skills by engaging in movements. They will develop coordination and develop their auditory experiences. I am going to use some teaching aids. So I'm going to use different sound tools such as drum, bell, whistle, rubber ducky, and a mobile phone. And also I'm going to use sound boxes. That's a Montessori apparatus, the sound box. If you can't find the sound box in your school, you can always create some sound boxes. There are many videos that you can go through to see make some boxes, sound boxes. I have them available in my school, so I am going to use sound boxes. So there's a video clip about ear, and I'm going to use audio recording of different sounds. I'm going to use make the paper cup phone. For that, I need 2 paper cups and string. I'm going to give them a worksheet to draw. So I need A4 sheets and pencils. I need a drum. Also some recycled plastic bottles to make shakers. And I need some grains to make those shakers. The 4 different types of grains. Okay, how am I going to enter to this lesson? First of all, I am going to take them to the garden. In a beautiful morning will be very nice for this kind of activity. Take them to garden and just be quiet. Just say, okay, let's all be quiet. They'll be quiet for some time. Then we can ask questions in low voice, such as, can you hear anything? What can you hear? How did you hear that? Did you hear through your eyes or your ear? These kind of questions are always a good way to start a lesson. Children will develop curiosity and they will engage happily with the lesson. They will build enthusiasm. So I'm going to begin the lesson like that on the day one. So when I get the answers for my questions, I'll ask students what else they can hear in school that they cannot hear at the moment. When they're at home, when they're traveling, or when they go to supermarket, when they go to market, or when they go to a musical show, something like that. I'm going to ask them to close their ears and see whether they can hear anything. I want my students to engage and talk to me and share their experiences, to listen to their voices and their ideas. They'll come up with beautiful ideas. So we can then start our talking, get into the lesson very nicely when students are really engaged in the lesson. Then I'm going to show the video. You can see the video link is there in the previous slide. So I'm going to show the video. That video has a little bit of information how the sound process through different channels in the ear and the part of the ear also. So I will let them see and I will explain a little bit because this is kindergarten students. We have to always consider the age of the students and their capability and their level of understanding. So if they are unable to understand something, so we have to pause the video and explain them slowly. This is what is happening. After that, when they are when they are clear a little bit, when they get a little bit of a clear idea about the process, I'm going to play the audio of different sound. So that audio has a sound of a dog, sound of a piano, sound of a bell. So I'm going to give them a paper like this, which I have here. The things you can hear. So I will ask them to draw. Okay, I'm going to play the sound. Can you hear the sound? Then you can draw what from where the sound come from, right? So then I'm going to play, then they will hear the sound of barking. Okay, guess what that is? Oh, it's a dog. Can you draw a dog? So they'll draw like that. So on, we can ask them to draw. If they don't want to draw, maybe they can go to the next sound and then they can draw the sounds they like. After this, I am going to sing the song. I hear thunder, I hear thunder. Oh, don't you? Oh, don't you? Oh, this song is really nice. Children know this song, so it's easy for class the children to engage with the song, right, and with the actions. It's always important we start our lessons with their prior knowledge. That then it's important, like when we are checking these sounds through the audio, we have to make sure those sounds that they're aware of those sounds. They know the sounds, right? Okay, let's go to the next. Then this is the day one. Then we are going to go to day two. On day two, what I'm going to do is I'm going to revise the previous lesson, right? Just go through, brainstorm the previous day, what we learned, what did we hear, okay, what did we do, things like that. Then I am going to show the communication device such as a mobile phone. I'm going to show them and ask, do you know what this is? Yes, this is a communication device. Do you want to make your own phone? They will love to make their own phone. So I'm going to demonstrate them how to make a paper cup phone. Then we are going to make it interactively. And you can see the picture, right? So we are going to play with it like that. You know, one person keep it in the ear, the other person keep it in the mouth, and then they talk to each other. Then they can discover the sound transmission. This is where we apply engineering in our lesson. So I'm going to explain how vibration transfer to the string and the sound wave transfer to the other cup. Little bit of explanation I am going to go, and they will discover that by themselves. So I'm going to let them play freely and explore and understand the science, the technology behind the paper cup phone. That is the day 2. On the day 3, we are going to provide sound boxes and demonstrate how to find similar sounds. In Montessori apparatus, we have sound boxes. So there are pairs of the same sound. 2 boxes has the same sound. So what children has to do is shake it close to their ear and see whether they can find the similar sound in another box. And while shaking, we can use the words like loud. Is this soft? Is this loud? Like that, we can introduce the vocabulary and then let the children pair the sound boxes. You can see a small video how to do this activity. The link is here. Okay. As a step 2, we are going to make sound shakers by adding different types of grain to recycle plastic bottles. Of course, they are going to bring recycled plastic bottles from home, and then we are going to cover it. We can we do some nice coloring. Then we can, create some beautiful art activity there. You can see this is where we are going to involve art into our lesson too. So then they can cover it. We cannot see what grains inside the bottle. Then I'm going to ask children to share their bottles and see whether they have similar sounds. Find shakers that have similar sound. Who has loud shakers? Who has soft shakers? Then we can ask questions. Why do they differ? Why some shakers has a loud voice? Why some shakers has soft voice? Then we can discover the some shakers has maybe lot of grains or bigger size of grains. So they make a big noise, the loud noise. The shakers with tiny seeds or little seeds has a soft sound. Things like that they can discover. There's whole lot of technology involved there. Then I'm going to play the drum in counts and ask children to count, right? I will play the drum once, then they will count 1. Okay, then I will ask them, clap once. So they will hear the sound of the drum. Then 1, clap 1. Then they will hear the sound of the drum. 2, 1, 2, like that. So this is really nice activity. Children love this activity. You can discover all sort of things in this lesson. We have discovered science, we have learned art, We involve technology there, and there's a lot of engineering activities, right? Also, we have add dancing and movements in our lessons. So this is how we can create interactive lesson with STEAM education. Hope you all will make more beautiful lesson plans and more creative lesson plans with the use of this interactive lesson plan. Then after that, we are going to find what we miss, right? We have to see the children, we have different learners in our classroom. So we have to create, if they are unable to understand, we have to create more visual aids, right? That, such as a drawing of a ear in the classroom, right? Also, we can show pictures when we are playing the audio to students. We can show a picture how to draw it, or we can draw and show. So they will follow the instructions. And we can evaluate them by asking questions, um, more questioning. So we know that they know. They got what we have achieved our objectives of the lesson. And we can prepare and implement more activities, and we can extend for a home project to do at home. We can also involve more listening based activities in our future topic and relate to the same topic. I wish you all the best with your lesson planning. Hope you all enjoy this. Thank you.